Hey, it's another day out here. We're having to work on the dump trailer today. We're going to change out the equalizers. We've got 4 of them on this trailer. I've already got brand new equalizers. New equalizers. I've got 4 of them. And we're going to put web bolts inside, which that'll allow us to do. It'll lock in on the hanger, but it'll allow us to put grease inside there. That wheel fell on you. That's why we're having to change these now, because they did fail. Let me show you one thing to look at. Look on yours. You look at the distance between the bottom of your hanger and the bottom of your equalizer. That one's worn. This one's obviously bad. I say that because there's hardly any showing. That bolt's supposed to be a lot higher up. I'll show you what one looks like that I've already had to patch a week ago while I was waiting on parts to come in. This one I've had to take apart because it was all the way up like that other one I showed you. Ended up putting a pipe through here, welded in place, and some braces on the inside. I had to, when you work the thing every day, you got to do something. So I'll show you what that one looks like when I get it pulled off there. And this one don't look too bad. One way you can check is feel up inside there. The sleeve is still in it. It looks like it's sitting riding a little bit low. Yeah, let me get this thing jacked up, get the wheels off of it, and we'll take a look at it. Alright, got the thing up on jack stands, pull the wheels off, do a little inspection, and check your brake shoes. And bad news, checking this one, it's worn all the way down, and it's been rubbing on my rotor. It's got a crack here. There's another crack. That looks like Monday morning. Go get a new rotor and change some brake shoes. I pulled off. Hopefully the fan don't make too much noise. Brake pads on that one are worn down. Rotors are good. Let me start with this one that I've had to pull off a week or so ago and patch up and make it work. We'll start with that one. I had to repair this one. This is how the bolt came off. It was a greasable one, but I got a feeling I had it in there wrong. That's what happened. I flare through one on the other side. You can see very little. That's because this is already been worn down in there. Hopefully we can fix that problem this time. Okay, this is the one I had to patch up a couple weeks ago. As you can see, the sleeve here had worn out, broke loose, and then that bolt starts eating down through there. I have to come back in. That's an 1.25 inch pipe. Gas pipe I put through there, and then welded these in. Try to get this thing last a little bit longer so I can get new ones in. Also on this end here, that is where this piece is at, which will not last long inside your equalizer. The leaf springs will eat that up pretty quick. This here is a piece of leaf spring, hardened steel. It'll outlast that by a long ways. Metal on metal, it's not good, especially when it's not greased. That's why we're coming back with these wet bolts to solve that problem. This one worn down. This piece here wore all the way out. It wore down where the metal here was thin. And right after I patched this, 2 days later, I was way overloaded. And it just cracked. It filled all that up. And I came back in and welded that piece of leaf spring in there. And it's held so far. But it's a patch job. Give me till I could get some new ones. I'm putting these in. I want this greaser at one end, the hole that's going to pump the grease into the sleeve. You want that facing up. One would think, no, it's all going to sit down top of it. But actually the whole suspension, the part that's sitting on the ground, is pushing all this up. Which that'll allow you to go pump grease in there. You have it this way with it down, it'll push up, and the bottom of that sleeve will be sitting on top of that hole. You're not going to be able to grease it. Put that facing up, or possibly even facing to the side, not down. You don't want to hit the greaser, obviously, with your hammer. Put a socket over the back end of that hole. Keep it tapping on through. And notice on these nuts, got an indentation both sides. Wasn't sure what that was for, so I tried to thread it on there. Actually, put an indentation on the inside so it will lock on there. That one's done. Move on to the other ones. Okay, I went ahead and pulled the other three off. Once you've seen one, you've seen them all. After looking at the bolts and how they are riding in here, they were put in wrong. These are wet bolts, but there's no hole. The hole was on this side of it. If you look at how these equalizers ride, all the weight is coming from here. The top is fine. So that means that bolt, it's like this new one here, that bolt was in there like that, which caused it to everything to ride on it. There would be no grease in it. So I say it needs to be on the top side, because all the weight will be on the bottom side of the bolt. See how these are worn? The last one I pulled out, I showed it earlier in the video, I said was bad. Worn real bad. That one. That came out of this one. No, it didn't. It came out of this one. All the weight. It's all being pushed. Pushing the equalizer up. So everything's riding on that one bolt. It's caused it to fail. I'll show you how these work when they're riding, when they're inside the equalizer. Greaser, pump it in there, there it comes in there. That'll fill that sleeve up. No longer running metal to metal. That's why you want that hole facing up inside the equalizer. Like what you've seen, if it helps you out, great. Like, subscribe, share. More of this to come. Thanks for watching.